Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Creating assets. Now, this is how you really make money. Now, you remember before I had talked about the financial houses and how the rich make their money. The rich make their money by creating assets. So they'll take their money and they will create assets that will make more money, income producing assets. They talking, and that's with the financial house. In fact, I'm going to link the financial house videos to this. That's very important. It should be required study. Indeed, if you teach the financial house to elementary school students, I guarantee this whole economy, the wealth gaps, everything will change within 10 years. I'm going to say 10 years. If you start teaching it, and definitely a generation. It'll start in 10 years and in a generation. Indeed, some kids can really make money. But this episode, we're going to focus just on creating assets. Now, remember the last one I talked about savings. Okay, that money's right there. Yeah, you get a little bit of interest. Trust me, you get a little bit of interest. It ain't really, it's like a few pennies and stuff, right? But that's not the goal of it. The goal of it is to build up that money in order to purchase assets. And see, an asset's particularly an income producing asset. That's the key to making money. Like a very popular one, the very standard one is real estate. Like you get a lot of people. There are plenty of people out here who might have a very modest job. They're not making that much, but they save their money, buy another property. All of a sudden, they got an income-producing asset. Or they might get a 4-unit building or a regular house, rent it out, asset. A 4-unit building, you rent it out to 4 families or, rent out all 4 units, asset. And that's just one basic one. Anything can be an asset. Anything that makes you money, that brings you money, particularly in a passive way, is an asset. Understand that. If you understand those basics right there, you're always going to make money. I tell you my assets, my biggest assets now are my videos. I make money like on YouTube. I'm making money off of videos I made 5 years ago. I'm making money now. It's not a lot. Well, for most of them, it's not a lot. It could be a few pennies, but pennies add up. Like I remember one time looking at it, I was like, wait a minute. You got some videos, you might have made one cent on it. 1 cent on it, but it's years ago. But then if you got 25 videos that made 1 cent, that's a quarter. You got 100 videos that made 1 cent. That's a dollar. Right? And it might seem small, but then when you start adding stuff up, and then with, YouTube ads, YouTube Premium, I'm making money. It's like passive income. All I had to do was talk for 10 minutes. That's an asset. Another asset I have are my books. I'm living off the royalties of a book I published 20 years ago. And then I keep adding books to it. So that's like royalty. I don't have to do anything. All I do is collect the money. Those are assets. You get some people who are into, they might make a song or something, very good song. They make money. That's an asset. It makes money for you. Every time somebody uses that song or something, you could make it. It's so many different things. I know someone who actually started, him and his family, they started a laundromat. This laundromat is making them money. It's real nice. It's, all they had to do is, keep some attendants in there and everything. Boom, they're making money. Anything. But you know what, to do whatever, to make those things, to make those products, to write those books and all of that. Or to publish. Okay, let me use a book example because I'm in the publishing industry. Now, a lot of my books are published through Amazon and made by Amazon. It was just a little bit of, all they do is put a little bit of money in just to secure, like literally a little bit of money just to secure my own ISBN number. Just a little bit of money. And it was like the return Off of that, first of all, I got the return like right away as soon as I started selling it. You're making money. That's seriously. I didn't have to spend too much, and all I do is make money. Because the way it worked through something like Amazon, they just paying you. They sell it, they take their cut, but they are giving it you getting the money. Or like on my Rom TV or Vimeo on demand channels, I don't pay any. You know what? I pay like on my Vimeo on demand channel. I pay I pay like a yearly fee. Yearly fee, a small thing, but I make that back in a typical week. Sometimes a typical couple days. And extraordinary times, one day. And then all I'm doing is collecting the money. That's all I'm doing. Vimeo get their cut, then they give me mine, and mine is bigger than theirs. I don't have to do well. The hardest work I do is just making a video, and that's not even hard work. Or on my Rom TV site, I don't pay anything there. They get their cut, and they just pay me. All I had to do is make the video and upload it. Those are income-producing assets. But in order to be in a position to do all of that, I still had to buy the equipment. I had to buy the microphone. I had to buy, like when I'm doing the videos on those other channels, I'm live, I had to buy the lights. I had to buy the pay for the recording software, the microphone, the clothes I wore in there. But I was able to pay for that from the extra money I had from savings. See, I wouldn't have had none of that if I would get paid on the job. I would get paid and, just use that money and just buy like stuff I didn't need. I wouldn't have none of that. I wouldn't have the extra money to buy all that. I would buy the equipment. Buy the equipment. Shoot, buy the TV that's playing in the background, that's playing this music. If all I did was just spend money on frivolous things. See, that's the thing. And here's the beauty of it. And I need to do a video on that. Just a financial house. I did one on here already, but I need to do a bigger video on that. Because here's the thing. Someone could start literally with a minimum wage job and become a six-figure person. Literally. People will say, well, how is that? It's all in how you spend the money. Okay, it's like, okay, yeah, you got minimum wage. Okay, all right, you make a minimum wage and you starting out that way. Well, of course, you got to probably live somewhere. All right, you start with that savings, and then you use that savings wisely. You can create the product. Like, let me use the YouTube thing. The first time I really started making money, the first video I did it with a desktop computer. And the camera on there, anybody who's seen it, they can see the quality and everything. I started there. I literally started there. And then I just moved on from that. Started there. I had money from my business, and then at the time I had a full-time job. But what I would do, I would just gradually improve as I got more money. And then if you do that, you could start, like I said, a minimum wage job. You save some money, and then you start looking for ways you can make more money. Even, like I said, sometimes it might take a while depending on what you want to do. It might take a while. You might have to get a part-time job or something just to finance it. But you can start off a little bit and make a lot. And all you need is the magic of creating assets. Now, I want y'all to think about that, all right? So, and like I said, I got a link for the financial house videos in the description box. So, y'all know what to do. Let's go make that money.